Greetings and salutations, friends. Welcome back to another video. If you're new around here, welcome. My name is Nicolas Chae. I'm a rising senior at Princeton University, but today we're going to be talking about some really essential apps and software for your upcoming college semester. Now, regardless if your semester is going to be on Zoom or in person, these apps and software are really just going to help shape out your entire experience as a student and not only help maximize your productivity, but also just give you the edge on other college students. Because trust me, guys, the things I'm about to share with you are definitely confidential, but I got to do it for the Chae gang. So sit back, relax, and let's just jump right into it. Now, when I first scripted this video, I approached it as just another apps and software video that we've kind of done in the past, so I definitely wanted to put a little bit of a twist on it. So today we're going to talk a little bit more about the customization side of things, as well as a couple of hidden features on the Mac that you may not know about, and then finally some Google Chrome extensions that are really just going to blow your mind away. Now, first off, let's talk about these Google Chrome extensions, because these are going to be things that both people on Mac and Windows computers can actually use. So if you don't already have Google Chrome downloaded, I highly recommend it. It's going to make your life a lot easier as a student. And when I did my last What's on My Laptop video, I had a ton of questions from you guys asking where I got this home screen, and it's actually from this extension called Momentum. But it's pretty simple, and it just gives you everything you need at a glance right when you open up Chrome. So obviously you have your time, the weather, as well as a little quote at the bottom, which I think is pretty cool. And then it tells you what is your main focus for today. And if I just say editing, it will just keep track of that. So anytime you open up a new tab, you know what your priority focus needs to be. In addition to that, in the top left corner, you can actually create specific links to websites that you browse pretty often. So if you want to put your YouTube channel or your own personal website, I definitely recommend having it in that section as well. Now, the second Chrome extension that I think literally every college student should have downloaded is going to be an ad blocker. And the reason I think this is so imperative is that there are tons of websites that just spam you with a bunch of ads that aren't necessary. So having an ad blocker will just enhance your entire surfing experience. I can't believe I'm giving this away, but it does work on YouTube, so you can skip through ads on videos. If you're watching mine, maybe you should just, turn it off while you're loading mine up so I can get that AdSense, There are tons of different options out there, and the one I have is just called AdBlock, so I definitely recommend checking that one out as well. Now, the next Google Chrome extension we're going to be talking about is something that is going to be an absolute lifesaver as you guys start your college semester, and that's going to be Grammarly. Now, Grammarly is the sponsor of today's video, but they've actually been a software that I've been using ever since I got into college, because trust me, guys, it's not only going to save you a bunch of time when you're writing out emails, letters, resumes, anything like that, but their new features have really taken Grammarly to the next level, where I genuinely don't think any college student should be going to class without this installed. Now, if you don't know, Grammarly is a digital writing assistant that caters to all types of people. So for example, if you're writing an essay in Google Docs or writing an important email to a professor in Gmail, Grammarly will help ensure that you have clear and effective communication. I can't tell you how many times Grammarly has saved me from an embarrassing mistake in important emails. Now, Grammarly's browser extension works seamlessly across the web, making writing easy no matter the site. Now, the free version includes basic spell check as well as including any grammar mistakes, but if you upgrade to Grammarly Premium, it gives you more in-depth feedback such as vocab suggestions, tells you about your conciseness, as well as even a plagiarism detector, which is going to be super huge for all you students. Grammarly Premium also provides advanced writing suggestions to ensure my essays and important emails always sound as clear and concise as possible. The Grammarly editor is where I go to create new documents and get in-depth feedback for any long-form writing. It'll even show you the readability of your writing and gives you the average speaking time, which can be super helpful for any presentations you may have to give this semester. Now, with back to school right around the corner, I think Grammarly is a must-have for all students out there. So if you head to the link in my description, you can actually get 20% off Premium today, which is definitely going to be a worthwhile investment for your entire college year. Now, moving on to some other extensions, I know many students are just going to be carrying their laptops from class to class, and you don't really want to be carrying an external monitor, so there's actually an app that will solve all of this. So for example, if you have your notes on this side and your lecture right here, the process of splitting up your screen can be a little bit cumbersome, so this extension called Dualist will just split or merge your windows very seamlessly. So you can just do a 50-50 split and it will just create two side-by-side windows, or you can use other dimensions, but this has been really great, especially if you want to see your notes as well as the lecture slides all in one screen. Now, moving on to this extension called Picture-in-Picture, but it's basically as it sounds. If you're watching a YouTube video and you still want to have that video playing, or you want to go to a different tab or a different window, Picture-in-Picture will actually allow that video to keep playing in the bottom corner so that you can actually still watch your content while multitasking on other types of things. This is great if you want to just have some YouTube videos playing in the background. Maybe you have the chill lo-fi playlist going on, but whatever it is, Picture-in-Picture is a really great extension as well. Now, let's talk about autofill. If you're someone who shops online pretty consistently and you're getting tired of typing in your information every single time, autofill will save you so much time by automatically filling in all that information. It's super great, especially for things like the Supreme drops, which definitely sell out pretty fast, so it will load all the correct information for you right away. Or if you're signing up for a bunch of applications and you don't want to fill out your name and your address every single time, autofill is a super great extension to have. Now, in addition to those extensions, the other two I would recommend are going to be Honey and ShopTagger. Honey is really great because anytime you're checking out for a product, it will scan the website for any type of discount or code that it can apply and just saves you money with the free download. ShopTagger is also really great for online shopping because you can actually save different items to your list and get notified anytime there's a restock or a price shop. So if you're doing some online back to school shopping, I definitely recommend having those extensions as well. Now, that's gonna wrap it up for the Google Chrome extensions part of it. Now let's move over to some essential apps and software. I won't go too in depth on these because most of them are pretty self-explanatory, and I've definitely talked about them more in my What's on My Laptop video, but the first ones are going to be Microsoft Office as well as the G Suite. Suite. Both of these have pretty similar functionalities, but I use different ones depending on the type of assignment that I'm working on. Great thing about G Suite is, like I mentioned, it syncs across all your devices, so I'm able to access it on my phone, my tablet, and my laptop. And the great thing about Microsoft Office is that for a lot of universities out there, you can actually get a free account just by using your school email, so that's definitely going to be a great hookup as well. Now these next two apps are to help you guys keep track of your homework, and that's going to be Todoist and My Homework. Todoist is a pretty simple app, but it allows you to create different to-do lists for a variety of subjects or different classes that you're in. For me personally, I am the type of person that just likes to have checkboxes so that I can mark them off as I go along. On the other hand, My Homework is a really great application for you to keep track of the different assignments and projects that you've got coming up, because it's got this really great calendar view. If you're the type of person that can't keep a mental track of all the things that you need to get done, I definitely recommend checking out My Homework. Now finally, I'm going to talk about a couple of note-taking apps that you guys should definitely check out, and the first one is going to be Notability. By far, hands down, as a college student, this is probably the best app that you're going to use, because it's just a great system to organize all your notes based on the courses that you're in. You can also record audio in your lectures, and it syncs across all your devices. And if you have noticed a trend throughout this video, it's that I am the type of person who likes to have everything synced across all my devices. So if I have something on my iPad, I like to be rest assured that it's available on my laptop as well, and Notability takes care of that perfectly. And the second note-taking app is going to be OneNote, and this is an app that I primarily use on my laptop, but there is an iPad version as well. But for my classes where I wasn't doing as much hand drawing with the Apple Pencil and doing a lot more typing, the OneNote is really great because I can divide my subjects up into these different notebooks, as well as having subfolders within them. So it's a really great way to keep track of all your notes for your classes. And if your courses are pretty text heavy, then I definitely recommend having this app installed. And the final app is going to be Notion, and this isn't necessarily the greatest app for taking notes for classes. However, it is a really great app for you to keep track of all the different projects or assignments that you've got going on. I've mentioned it before, but I use it a ton to keep track of the different video projects that I've got going on, but there are so many functionalities that it's really applicable to any type of major out there. I said at the beginning of this video, we're going to be talking more about customization, and for a lot of you guys out there who may not know this, you can actually customize your emoticons within the Mac ecosystem. And what I mean by this is, rather than just have your default folder, you can actually assign specific images to these types of things. So for example, I have my Princeton folder, YouTube, Nick Chae Productions, Caraway, and then my hard drive called Zeus, and I just assign different emoticons that represent that folder. Now, how you do it is very simple, and I was actually mind blown when I saw this for the first time. But basically, you're going to create a new folder, you can title it whatever you want, and then you're going to need a second image of whatever you want the icon to be. It does have to be a transparent PNG file, so if you want to tweak it around in Photoshop, or you can use an online software. Next up, you're going to click on your folder and then hit Command I, and then in that top left corner where you see that emoticon, you're just going to Command C and Command V whatever that image was, and from there you will have your updated icons. This video ran way longer than I was expecting. I didn't realize I had so many apps and software and extensions that I wanted to share with you guys. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like down below. Definitely comment if you guys are using any of these apps, or if you have any recommendations for me to check out. Make sure to head to the link in my description to get 20% off Grammarly Premium, which, like I said, is going to be a great investment for your college semesters. If you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe, and as always, let's build. Peace, baby.